welcome to my channel. So today I have a video for you where I'll be showing you how I letter and blend with my Tombow dual tip brush pen markers. So the first thing that I do is I go ahead and I letter out the word using one color. Here I'm just writing chaos in a gray, a very light gray marker, and then the next thing that I do is I go over the sections with the different color markers that I want to use, and I just blend the two colors together using this Pentel aqua brush. It's a water brush that you just put water in. You can use that, or you can use a paintbrush to blend those colors together smoothly and seamlessly. Now the reason that I'm writing Beautiful Chaos is because it's a part of a lettering challenge that's held over on Instagram, and I quite like joining lettering challenges because it just gives me the opportunity to practice my lettering with different words when I don't have anything that I can think of that I want to write. So for this month I'm actually going to try to use all of my different mediums that I have to letter. So for this one in particular, I'm using my Tombow markers like I mentioned earlier, and I wrote the word beautiful using the smaller nib on the Tombow marker, and I wrote chaos using the brush nib. So I also wanted to talk about working through mistakes or mishaps or mess ups. So right here you can see that I messed up and I dropped the paintbrush when I was using the thinner paintbrush because I have a hard time gripping smaller brushes. And what I did was I just took my aquash brush and I just tried to clean up as much as I could underneath the S just to get that blue from under there. So when I did that, it kind of created a shadow and I didn't like it, and I just couldn't help thinking like, oh my god, I just spent this whole time working on this and I just messed it up. So the next thing that I did, I just let it dry, and then I went and did something else and came back to it. So then I decided to just add a shadow to it. And that's what you see here in this clip is the shadow that I added to it. And I also I was shaking when I wrote the word beautiful. So what I did was I just took my water brush again and I just went over those lines just to even it out, also to make it look to have more of a watercolor effect like the word chaos. And here I'm just going to show you how I took the gray Tom brush marker brush pen and I just went along the lines and went over it, but I left a little bit of white space to give it that 3D effect. And in the next clip I'm going to show you how I go about doing or creating the shadow effect. Okay, so here I just have a blue Tombow dual brush pen, and I'm just going to letter on a scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to write the letter A here, and when you do your strokes you want to make sure that on the down strokes you press down and on the upstrokes you lift up, so that way your upstrokes will be light and your downstrokes will be thicker. So when you do your shadowing you want to follow that same technique. So here I'm using a light gray because I like to use light gray just to have a soft shadow effect, so it's not too harsh, but you can use whatever color you want to use. And then you want to just follow, well, what I like to do is to follow the shape of whatever letter that I'm writing, but I place the shadow just to the right of it. So here's the shape, and I leave a little bit of white space, so I'm going down and then up, and then I'll bring it over and I'll go down again. So I'm just following my up and down strokes and I'm placing the shadow to the right of it, but being sure to follow the shape itself so that you'll have the A shape in the shadow, but it'll be placed to the right of the letter. And you can also do up, down, or to the left of your letter, but just remember to follow the shape and be consistent. So now I'm just going to letter 3 more letters. I'll do A, B, and C, and I'll just go over how to do the shadow and some different colors, and I'll keep this in real time just so you can see how I do it and maybe even letter along with me here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I also hope that it was clear enough for you. If you have any comments, please leave them in the section below, and also if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and also let me know what other videos you'd like to see from me. And until my next video, see you.